The fucking nothing. Alright, I need to no, it seems to be running fine now. There we go. Alright. We actually seem to be okay now, for the most part. At least that I can tell.
Good deal. Yeah, it looks fine for me.
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is, you're just the killer broke. Yes,
I got it!
the doorknob.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Look at his hands.
They're pretty intense.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Fuck it. Do all the info dumps. Alright. The number of weak spots will start going up, but no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Will we still repeat all of the statements? That's an important
question.
That's an important piece of info
The
here.
incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She
Yes,
then fled into the bathroom.
That checks out.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
There we go.
No, what's wrong? The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The switch nameplates, I guess. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. They didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was... this one.
Yeah.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Okay, this is where we bring up the
As a matter
Noel.
of fact, I
Oh,
do
wait.
have one question. Oh, you. You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Why does everyone hate Aoi?
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
This is a screen cap.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right here. There's no way Sayaka left someone in because... Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, I don't remember. Oh, which one? Dying message?
Is it not the swapped keys?
The what?
The swapped keys?
Oh no, the keys, yes. Where are the keys? Fuck. Monokuma file. Dying message, wrist. Cleanliness. Toolkit. Switching rooms, I guess.
Yeah,
Is that it?
those are keys. I think so, because it's got the icon of, or the picture as the keys.
I guess we'll go with that. Yes.
I got it!
I don't have time to read.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. Oh shit. He's not even two. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely will not open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay, Sayaka? Okay, that they also wrote it out.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
See, I knew that she used it. She did write, my killer is so and so. They live on this exact address.
Yeah.
This height, this weight, eye color, everything. Heritage.
I like
And
it.
these are the words that
Heritage.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
It was literally signed Sayaka.
Either it was
What do you mean?
Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note, Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Monokuma?
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could
I can't
resist?
believe that it's actually true. We sent out Sayaka to murder someone, and she failed her
Yeah.
assignment.
What we were saying this entire time.
So it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
Wanted
And
her to kill
honestly,
somebody,
even
she
if
failed
they
and got
did,
herself
I do
killed.
not think they are
And here
that
we are,
involved
3
in what
hours later,
happened.
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
She just starts doing rap card. Oh shit. Dorm nameplates. Alright, I have to shoot someone with dorm nameplates.
I like it.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it
Oh, I see.
specifically says my room.
I see. So then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yes.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Monokuma changed the things just to make sure.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Monokuma even redrew the pixel art.
And the
On
nameplate
each
on
room.
Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
Very nice of him.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is,
It probably took him a lot
the
of
room
time.
Sayaka was staying in
Definitely.
was actually.
But he's
marked
probably
as
had a lot
her
of
room.
practice.
True.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. The killer.
Me and Sayaka were the only
Open-ended
ones who
answer
ever
there.
knew about us
Yeah.
switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Alright. We just repeat
She
the note.
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We
No,
figured it
you
out.
idiot.
We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn
Well, he's
idiot.
technically not wrong.
I suppose so.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Do you think Sayaka... Okay. Do you think Sayaka, like, if it first went for the knife, or did she first go for the golden katana?
Perhaps the answer to our previous question.
I think she first went for the
lies in
golden
that
katana,
initial
but didn't realize the
struggle.
sheath was on and didn't know how swords work. So that's why she's dead now.
Yeah, true.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that
I just
the killer
napped it.
used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
I thought it would be more expensive than it turned out to be.
How the hell
Thought I
could you
could get a
possibly know
good
that's
price
what
on it
broke her
second
wrist?
hand, but no.
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt, there's piss.
I got it! All you have to do is
Tinkle
take a
has
good
been
look
there.
at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
So, like, did we take pictures of all of this, and if so, how?
That's what I was just wondering here. Does he have her hand like just in a bag somewhere?
Yeah.
Pull out?
Disembodied hand.
Yeah.
No, actually, never mind. Sayaka is standing right there. I don't know what we're on about.
That's true.